Hey guys, welcome back to Skytania, episode 21. So in the last episode, we did some prep to do some automation of the Orchid. Today's episode, I want to actually do the automation. So, yeah, let's get to that. So, let's see here. Alright, we're going to have, looks like, a block right here. This is where the stone's going to get generated, and we'll turn that into ores. So let's see here. Right above that is going to be where the lava is. So here is where the lava will end up being. So I want to surround that by clear glass. Not on that side though, because on that side is going to be the dispenser that places the glass, which kind of means I need some way of placing the dispenser first. So this design is from Jancy. He used a dispenser rather than leaving the lava up there, and he said in the comments that the reason was that occasionally it would get messed up and the lava would run down if you left it on there. So I'm going to put the dispenser there. I haven't seen that problem. I saw it like one time, but I wasn't sure it was actually a real problem, so I'm not sure about it yet, but we'll see what happens. Okay, let's see here. So here would be the running lava, or the running water. So here's going to be the water source block, and then we'll have the other mana pool. So here is where we put the weight messenger lens, and we're going to send that in that direction. Yeah, and so what will happen is when it sends a pulse, the mana burst is going to cause this to act like sand and drop. And then what will happen is it's going to drop onto this slab, and because of the properties of half slabs, when a block drops onto a half slab, it just releases the block itself. So that's what that's going to be. So let's see here. We need to get the water in there, and the water is going to come out here. So let's see here. We're going to need to keep the water from flowing there and there. It should be blocked by the pool itself. So let's see here. If that's going to be flowing water, then that needs to be blocked, and that needs to be blocked. And if that's where the water is going to fall down, no, it's not going to fall down there. I'm looking at it backwards, aren't I? Yeah, no, we're fine. The water is under the dispenser, and it flows this way. So we need to encase it here, and here, and here. That looks right. So if we had water that was right where this block is, what's going to happen then? Let me double check that before I erase it. I don't want to get, okay. Looks like it would come out there, which I don't want. And out there, which I don't want. Okay, so yeah. This is to encase the lava, and that is to encase the water. Okay, let's get the Rod of the Sea. There we go. And the water is rushing out everywhere. What did I forget? I forgot the slab. No, I have the slab. The slab is in the wrong place. Okay. Get the bucket out, and let's clean up the water. Alright. The slab should be one over. It should have been there. Now are we okay? And also, what are you? Why do you exist? Were you just placement? I think you're just placement of stuff. Okay. So, yeah, let's try that again. Get the bucket back. Alright. Containment and flowing water. That's what we're looking for. Okay. So, we need a chest. And on top of that's going to be the floating hopper hawk. Going to need solenolia for this, I think, too. Alright, and then here is the evolved orchid. There we go. Now, what are you bound to? You should be bound to this guy. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so all we have to do now is get some lava in there. So here's a bucket of lava. I will place it in the dispenser. Now, does that look right? I think it does. So, if we push this button, we'll get lava. We get smooth stone. It gets converted into an ore. And now we need the timer to allow it to do pulsing. That's not a timer. That's a timer. Okay. So, just for a minute, let's do it this way. We'll do 2 seconds, and you can see what happens. Here we go. More ore, more ore, more ore. Now, the only problem I notice with this when doing it this fast is that eventually we will exhaust all the mana that's out here, and then we won't be able to get any more. We won't be able to make any more ores, and it will end up just making smooth stone. Now, that's not a big problem, but I'm not looking for smooth stone. Looking for ores. So I want to make it as easy as possible to get that going. So I want to run out all the mana that we've generated in here real quick. And then I'll show you that it's going to generate just stone. So, how much mana do you have? You shouldn't have too much, because, yeah. It should do maybe 60 ores before we're done. Where are you at? About halfway through your timer? Might want to, blacklist that horrible sound, too. Botania Orchid. Yeah, let's blacklist that guy too. Okay. So we're still getting ores. It will run out in a minute. I know it will. Oh, actually, something else we want to do is to bind this guy to this guy. We might have even wanted to make a Hopper Hawk Petite for this guy, but it's okay right now. Alright, there. As I said, eventually it runs out of mana, and all we get from then on is smooth stone. So we could collect the smooth stone and put it somewhere and have a smooth stone generator. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. So maybe this is okay. But right now, I think what I'd rather do is set the timer to something more reasonable and have that work out like that. So it's about maybe 2 minutes from going again, but that's okay. We can just go ahead and put the timer in there anyway. That's at 16 seconds, which is about what we're going to get for ores. And already we've got all this stuff, that's pretty nice. So we'll just get ores in automated fashion. We don't have to do anything with the stone. I don't have to come out here and place it or cook more of it. It just handles itself. So yeah, there we go. Automated Orchid. And as soon as that goes again, we'll start getting ores again. But yeah, everything is fine for now. So I'm thinking I might add another fluid transposer and ender tank and replicate this system over there, because then I would have to go back. Like, I haven't replaced the hydrangeas over there in a long time. Over here, you know, we're really going to need more flowers, so to make a few more hydrangeas and put them down there won't be a big deal, and you get a stack of almost every flower, so you get plenty. But that guy runs out every hour. There'll be more mobs, so if we want lots more mobs, you know, and mob drops, we'll have to do something about that. Now, there are some other things in this pack we could use instead, so maybe we'd rather do that. It does have a thing. I haven't tried it out yet, but I saw it on CurseForge. I thought it looked cool. It's called Tiny Mob Farm. So it's a way of doing mob farms in small block spaces. So it's kind of cool. Okay, there you go. We see we're getting more mana. It does the ore. And all we've changed is how slow it is, so that basically we might get a little bit more smooth stone out of this, but largely we shouldn't be seeing smooth stone collect there, which is what we want, because we don't want to have that just be, you know, filling up with stuff. I did notice in the test world that when it dropped a lapis block, it would lose the texture, which was weird, but it seems, I haven't seen that happen yet. We haven't got any lapis yet, so it didn't seem to affect anything. So if you placed it and harvested the block again with Silk Touch, it'd be good again. So, and the one nice thing is that we don't have to break the ores, so that we don't have to have fortune. We can just put them into the pulverizer and get more emeralds, or at least get a guaranteed 2 instead of 1. So, you know, you could get 3 with fortune, but an average of 2 is better than the 1 you're going to get most of the time from, you know, non-fortune pickaxes. So let's see here. Yeah, pulverized diamond ore, coal ore. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff. So, if I notice the problem of the lava dropping down and the system stopped working, the fix for that was to use 2 more hovering hourglasses on the dispenser with a couple pieces of red sand, so that they would pick up and release about every 20 seconds. So that would be fine too. So that would be another option if this ends up not working out well. And once we have a better way of getting mana than this, we will be able to get more ore generation than we're doing right now. Right now, we're just not going to get that much. I'm not going to get a ton because, you know, we don't have a good way of generating a lot of mana. But this is a good way of using what we do have, lava, as a resource to generate enough mana for this to automate. So hopefully I won't have to do any more sifting. I'll just have to come out here and get the ores, chuck them in the pulverizer, chuck them in the redstone furnace, and move on. So that's nice. Okay, it would be a good idea if we wrapped the what are these things called? Flux ducts around the room, so we have more machines over here. That would be a good idea. Or we could expand the room, make it a double 9x9 instead of a single 9x9, which that could be an option too. That may be a better option actually than doing the other one. So I may go ahead and do that. But yeah, we've got lots of ore now, so that's cool. I think the same thing we can't get from the Orchid we can get from sifting. Nether wart, but we can grow that. Ancient spores. We don't need too many of those. So largely, this should be a pretty good system for this. You know, if we had a way to move the items, we could take all this stuff from here and place it right in the pulverizer directly. So we could run pipes to do that, or we could use an an ender chest. That actually is a pretty good idea. We should use an ender chest and have the ender chest be the input to the pulverizer. That would be a much more automated system. Yeah. Why don't we do that real quick? So, ender chests. What will we need to get those guys? Oh, we need more blaze rods. Okay, that's one thing that we can't get from that stuff. We have to get it from sifting for dust and then compacting the rods. Or we can get a tiny mob farm of blazes, because there is a way to get a blaze with some kind of porcelain doll. I kind of forget the mechanic, but I know that I'm pretty sure it would work. Oh, by the way, our tree farm actually is plus on mana. We did not put that much in there. It's not like hugely plus on mana, but we are gaining mana. So, could use that for something. I don't know. Let's see here. Let me go sift for some blaze powder, and when I come back, we'll make the ender chest and get that automation going, and that'll be a lot nicer for the Orchid auto generation too. Okay, so I had to sift almost an entire stack of compressed dust to get enough blaze powder to make 8 blaze rods, but we have it, so hopefully that was the only problem. Obsidian, we'll need to get some of that, need to get some ender pearls, but we can get the obsidian. We need 4 pieces of that. That's going to be some lava, basically, so that's not hard to get. Let's see here. 2, 3, 4. Should really probably replace the lava back there with burning netherrack. For some reason, fire is hotter than lava. So, I guess it could be. It just doesn't seem like it would be, really. Let's see here. Need 2 chests. And that should be what I need. Okay, so I don't want this to be white, white, white. I'm not sure what color I want it to be, but not that one. So let's go get a color. I guess you're going to be orange, white, white. Because that will work for me. It's just don't want it to be white, white. So, because that's usually my default input chest to my storage system. So let's do the ore excavation thing. There we go. Alright, so let's see how well this works out. Ah, yeah, it does happen sometimes. Okay, well, I'm going to have to get something to fix that. I'll get some more hovering hourglasses and put the red sand in there. So, but first, let's change this guy. Here's the lapis problem too. But again, it won't matter once we get the ore in there. So, alright, let's put you down there. Let's put all the ores in there. Yep, even the odd lapis. There we go. So now we're going to put this as the input chest to the pulverizer. So let's break this guy. And there we go. So now we not only have... I want to watch take that in actually. Just to make sure. Did it skip that? Doesn't like that, does it? Interesting. Well, I wonder what's up with that. Huh. I mean, as far as I can tell, it's the same lapis, but... Well, I will deal with that some other way, I guess. It's a bug I don't know how to deal with, really. Okay, let's go get 2 more hovering hourglasses. We're going to need 4 of those and 2 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we just need some gold. So, let's see here. Hovering hourglass. There we go. I did make some red sand. Is it right here? Here it is. So you can make red sand from crushing granite with a hammer, and then crushing that with a hammer again. So you get crushed granite from the first one, and then you get crushed, or then you get red sand from the second time. Okay, so what we need to do is 1,000, 2 1,000. There we go. So what's going to happen now is every once in a while we are going to pull out and push that back in. That may need to be the other way around, actually. Let's make sure of that. Okay. So, we're going to put the dispenser in, and then 1,000, 2 1,000, there we go. So, the first one, every 10 seconds, it will dump the lava, and then pull it back out. That may not work with this guy. But that may mean this guy doesn't need to have the long timer anymore. I think we need 2 pieces of red sand each one. Let me get 2 more of those. So, yeah, you can take granite and smash that with a hammer to get crushed granite. And you can crush that to get red sand. So, let's see here. Okay, so now we can do this every 2 seconds. Because we're only going to have lava every 20 seconds. So there we go. When the lava gets dumped out, it should get pulled back in very soon. I think. There we go. Yep. And it no longer matters how fast this one is because we won't have any stone. We just got to convert until the lava comes back. And that will fix the problem of it coming down in there. So, yeah, Jancy was right. There's a good reason not to use just the lava there. So, okay. and even a solution. So that's nice. Okay, we're going to need one of these guys, a Solagnolia. So I'll probably put him right there. So let's go get a Solagnolia. Solagnolia is red, blue, and brown. And a redstone root, I think. Hey, the tree farm's working. It's slow, but it goes. Okay, red, blue, redstone root, brown, brown. There we go, Solagnolia. I need that. And where's my Rod of the Seas? And I need the Rod of the Lands also to make some dirt over there. And need this guy. Alright. There we go. So now, whatever is dropped over here, I won't be picking up with that. So, I don't know. I guess we'll get some more lapis and we'll break it manually. So, that is weird that it doesn't just work, even though, I mean, the texture's messed up, so something weird is happening, but I don't see why that would be a problem. It must, I mean, I feel like it has to be a problem with Botania, but I don't know what the problem would be, so. Oh well. It's doing pretty well, though. And that is automated ore generation. So, that's a good wrapping up point for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. If you didn't, feel free to watch something else. But you know what? You like and subscribe too. I don't even mind. If you didn't like it, just like and subscribe too. Just whatever you felt, like and subscribe. That's the only important part. Yeah. So, see you next time.